Discover the 8 kinds of offers that you should never accept from anyone in this video, as per Buddhist teachings. Even though offers are frequently perceived as acts of kindness or distress, some have bad energy and have the power to negatively impact your life, your composure, and even your inner peace. When you accept an offer, do you truly know what you're getting? You may have encountered circumstances when an offer resulted in a number of unforeseen issues rather than delight. This is too much of a coincidence. Buddhist traditions forewarn us about offerings that have the potential to upset our spiritual equilibrium and draw us into energies we do not wish to experience. Have you ever given the ramifications of accepting such offers any thought? Follow me through to the conclusion of the video to learn how these age-old wisdoms can shield you from harmful influences. Did you know that keeping your positive vibes and safeguarding your soul can be achieved by turning down some offers? We will discuss how to spot these chances and how to decide in a way that will keep you at peace and harmony. Please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications so you don't miss any videos if you enjoyed this content and want to learn more about the offerings and how using ancient wisdom may enhance your life. This is where your self-discovery adventure starts. According to Buddhist philosophy, every item has a unique energy that vibrates and affects both the possessor and the recipient. This viewpoint prompts us to consider the actual character of the masters we submit to on a regular basis. Giving a present to someone entails receiving not only a tangible item, but also the energy associated with it, be it pleasant or negative. Buddhism, therefore, emphasizes the importance of exercising caution in granting others access to our private area. When we accept something from someone, we become exposed to the impacts that the object may offer. And these influences can have an unexpected impact on our spiritual peace. We run the risk of exposing ourselves to energies that are incompatible with our own vibration when we fail to consider the implications of what we accept. Consider, for instance, getting a pet that was obtained under questionable circumstances or given with bad intentions. Accepting this object might allow its prior energy and intents to start vibrating through our life, creating emotional, spiritual, and even physical imbalances. Buddhism teaches us to practice mindfulness and attentiveness in all we do, including how we interact with our owners. Realize that not everything that seems shiny is gold, and occasionally the true cost of ownership may be higher than we anticipate. Unconsciously accepting a master may seem like a pointless gesture, but in practice, it might let in energy that can warp our inner tranquility. Buddhist teachings advise us to be picky and cautious about the things we let into our lives because of this. This is about maintaining our energetic and spiritual equilibrium, not about being gloomy or mistrustful. Recall that accepting an owner entails accepting more than simply the item. We embrace an electric bond that has the potential to have a significant and long-lasting impact on our lives. It is crucial that you consider whether the owner actually embodies the energy you wish to develop in your life before accepting anything. In order to protect your energy and keep your spiritual balance, it can sometimes be preferable to say yes or thank you to the owners we welcome and to consider what they might bring with them. You demonstrate your dedication to maintaining your personal harmony and tranquility by turning away everything that does not align with your vibration. Now post a potent affirmation to draw positive energy in the comments section, like, "I am a magnet for positive and good energies in all forms." Together, let's forge a chain of optimism and safeguard our spirituality. Now that you know the significance of item energies and how they might affect your life, it's time to learn which gifts you should never take in accordance with Buddhist teachings. Even while these gifts are given with the best of intentions, they may include energies that throw off the emotional and spiritual equilibrium. In order to preserve your inner calm and safeguard your energy, let's carefully examine each of them. First of all, an item acquired from an unknown person or someone with a stormy past is something you should never accept. Buddhism holds that inherited items retain the spirit of their previous owners, including their feelings, problems, and even unfinished karma. Consider, for instance, hearing a decision that belonged to someone who had to overcome significant challenges. This painful energy has the ability to affect you, bringing about unhappiness or even ill luck. It's important to consider the object's origins, and if you really want to bring that energy into your life before accepting something like that. Accepting an inherited item involves accepting a piece of that history, particularly if it comes from someone whose life was characterized by tragedies or conflicts. Furthermore, this tale cannot be wholly favorable. These items may continue to radiate negative energy, which could lead to a state of stagnation or even draw unfortunate circumstances into your life. Buddhism teaches us to give up on things that no longer serve us, including sentimental artifacts that belonged to someone else. Thus, consider carefully if you are ready to deal with the energy and stories associated with an inherited object before adopting it. Often, honoring the past without being bound by its vibrations can be achieved by releasing these items with thanks, but without retaining them in your life. If you choose to keep them, you should practice purifying techniques like crushing or meditation to get rid of any bad energy, and make sure you're not connecting with frequencies that aren't good for you. Second, you should never accept proposals from those that are involved in problematic relationships with you. Buddhism holds that the purpose of an offering is just as significant as the item itself. When someone you have a tough relationship with makes an offer, the energy of that relationship can permeate the offer, and if you accept it, you might let desperate vibrations and feelings in. If the offer was made, for instance, with the goal of manipulating you, making you feel guilty, or making you feel obligated, those negative energies may transfer to you and form an energetic tie that depletes your energy and disturbs your inner peace. Although accepting an offer from someone you don't get along well with could appear like an attempt to defuse the situation, it can really feed the negative energy loop. This kind of offer can maintain the intensity of dispute or tension by forging a desperate bond between you and the other person. Sincerity and clarity of intention are highly prized in Buddhism, and accepting an offer that stirs up strong emotions can jeopardize emotional and spiritual balance. It's critical that you be truthful with yourself about how this offer makes you feel and how it might affect your life. Consequently, when you receive an offer from someone with whom you have a tense connection, consider the real reason for the gesture. It is preferable to gently decline an offer if you believe it to be an attempt at manipulation or control, or if it contains an emotional burden you would prefer not to carry. Recall that sustaining your well-being and vitality comes before averting brief suffering. It is a sign of self-care and respect to turn down an offer that is laden with negativity. Objects received through conflict situations, such contested assets or things obtained through family disagreements, are the third type of object you should never accept. Buddhism holds firmly to the idea that an object's connection to its acquisition situation's energy still exists. You can be attracting the energies of strife, rage, and pain that have impacted that item into your life when you accept an offer that has been the focus of disagreements or confrontations. It can be challenging to shake the stress and instability that these feelings can bring into your life and home. Accepting a thing that has been at the center of a conflict could also be contributing to its negative energy. These items frequently evoke sentiments of sweetness and nostalgia, which are difficult to shake. The environment in which the object is placed and the people surrounding it may be impacted by the residual vibrations even after the issue has been settled. Buddhism places a high value on harmony in all facets of life, and it might be jeopardized by embracing an object that represents conflict. Therefore, Think about the spiritual and energy consequences of bringing an object into your life before embracing it if it is involved in a disagreement. Consider whether you truly want to bear the burden of those energies in your private area. If you're unsure, it could be best to turn down the item, or if that's not feasible, try to purge the object of any bad energy before incorporating it into your life. Spiritual well-being depends on keeping your life and your home's energy in balance, which may require parting with items that hold memories of suffering and strife. Things that bring back happy memories or challenging moments in your life are the fourth type of object that you should never accept. In Buddhism, attaining mental serenity requires engaging in the detachment practice. Even sentimental items can start vicious cycles of pain and despair if you are not emotionally prepared to deal with the memories they hold of trying times. Rather than adding to your happiness, these owners may serve as shackles holding you to a traumatic past, impeding your ability to move on and admitting new, uplifting energies into your life. You are almost reliving the bad feelings connected to a trying moment when you carry an object around you that makes you think of it all the time. These items can act as emotional roadblocks, carrying with them emotions that need to be processed and let go of, such as grief or loss. Buddhism teaches us to let go of the past and live in the present, especially when it is preventing us from moving forward spiritually. Retaining these items can keep you stuck in a vicious emotional loop that keeps you from progressing and achieving serenity. As such, consider carefully the emotional influence that this thing may have on your life. If someone offers you a gift that brings back memories of a painful or terrible time in your life, those sentimental reasons could make you want to hold on to it. Ask yourself if it really improves your current state of well-being. Giving these items away, whether through donation or just keeping them in a more inaccessible location, can frequently be a crucial first step toward recovery and spiritual development. By doing this, you create space for fresh energies and more healthful encounters, enabling you to fully inhabit the moment. Offers pertaining to spiritual or religious practices that you are unfamiliar with or do not associate with are the fifth item that you should never accept. Intention and comprehension of a spiritual object are essential components of Buddhism. Without knowing their actual function, accepting amulets, talismans, or ritual artifacts from other spiritual traditions may unintentionally introduce energy or influences that you are not ready to handle. When used improperly, these things can draw desperate vibes or generate imbalances in your life by interfering with your spiritual practice or holding considerable symbolic and energetic power. It's possible that you're connecting with an energy or intention that doesn't align with your own practices and beliefs when you accept a spiritual object from another tradition without understanding its significance. A talisman that is considered sacred in one culture can, for instance, have particular energies that are incompatible with your spiritual path. Moreover, this tool may wind up creating more confusion than protection or advantage if it is not used effectively. Buddhism teaches us to be cautious and observant in our spiritual practice, which includes honoring the customs and energies of other religions without blindly adopting them. Thus, consider the potential effects on your life before taking a gift that has a spiritual or religious meaning that you are unsure of. It might be safer to decline the gift if you don't feel a connection to this activity or if you don't understand the significance of the item. A key component of self-care is guarding your spiritual and energetic space, which involves choosing carefully whatever items you bring into your life. You may prevent unknown external energies from interfering with your spiritual practice and keep it in line with your own needs and beliefs by making deliberate decisions. Gifts with implied expectations or conditions are the sixth thing you should never take. In Buddhism, the sincerity of one's intentions is essential whether making demands or providing gifts. A gift becomes a manipulative tool rather than an authentic gesture of friendship when it is given with the expectation of receiving something in return, such as a favor, devotion, or even a particular conduct. These presents have the potential to instill a sense of duty in you and perhaps bind you to an unhealthy or unbalanced partnership where you feel compelled to return favors in ways that are uncomfortable or out of your comfort zone. Your independence and mental stability may be jeopardized if you accept a gift with terms. You can feel that you are always in debt to the person who gave you the present because these gifts frequently come with a sense of duty or an unanticipated contract. This may result in an unbreakable loop of expectations and frustrations. Buddhism encourages us to act with complete awareness and to stay away from circumstances that jeopardize our peace of mind and spiritual autonomy. Unspoken expectations attached to a present may be a kind of control that compromises your independence and mental clarity. As a result, consider your options carefully before accepting a gift if you find out it has any requirements or expectations attached. Consider whether these demands really fit with your beliefs and your need for spiritual freedom, as well as whether you are able to carry the weight of them. In order to maintain your inner peace and stay out of a manipulative dynamic, it could be advisable to gently decline the present if there is any doubt. Being choosy about the presents you accept into your life is part of upholding your integrity and independence. Presents that are too costly or ostentatious for you to take, or that don't fit your relationship with the sender, are the seventh thing you should never accept. Buddhism holds that obtaining mental serenity requires eschewing material possessions and living simply. When someone gives a costly present, it can throw the relationship out of balance and make the recipient feel uncomfortable or obligated, especially if they are unable to return the favor. The harmony and character of the relationship may be jeopardized by these presents since they may have hidden agendas or emotional weight. If you receive an expensive gift and the giver expects anything in return, either eternal appreciation, future favors, or control over you, it might lead to an imbalance in the power dynamics. This may cause you to feel guilty or obligated, which may burden your conscience and limit your freedom of choice. In Buddhism, it's critical to sustain relationships based on equality, respect, and detachment. Taking in a gift that strays from these ideals can cause tensions both inside and outside of the relationship. Moreover, these costly presents run the risk of being perceived as an attempt to purchase your affection, loyalty, or even complacency. Consequently, we must consider the potential ramifications whenever we receive a gift that appears overly ostentatious or inappropriate for the relationship we have with the recipient. It can be an indication that the present is intended for more purposes than your personal satisfaction if it makes you feel awkward or obliged, rather than feeling compelled to accept it. Think about politely denying the present and stating that something so elaborate is not needed. Without letting monetary presents get in the way, it's imperative to keep things simple and genuine in your relationships in order to preserve your emotional and spiritual equilibrium. Presents that appear pointless but were given during a dispute or argument are the eighth item you should never accept. Buddhism holds that offering anything has an energy component that transfers to the object. Therefore, the giver's emotional state at the time is crucial. Gifts given in an effort to diffuse a quarrel or following an argument might carry a lot of stress, wrath, or resentment. Receiving a gift of this kind has the potential to carry the bad energy from the quarrel into your personal and emotional space. The act of giving a gift is an attempt at reconciliation, but it's vital to remember that the energy of conflict might still exist. These presents, in spite of their simplicity, have the emotional weight of the moment they were given or can act as continual reminders of the argument. Accepting a gift that still resonates with the energies of conflict might obstruct the Buddhist practice of clearing energies and preserving harmony. While attempting to find harmony is admirable, your mental and spiritual health shouldn't suffer As a result, if a present is provided to you during a tense moment or shortly after a dispute, think carefully about whether it will actually aid in the resolution of the situation or if it will just serve to reinforce the bad energy. Directly and honestly resolving the disagreement without the use of material goods that could be emotionally burdensome can be beneficial for both you and the other person. As a result, you encourage a more genuine resolution and keep bad vibes from seeping into your existence. It's time to consider the repercussions of letting these items into your life now that you know what kinds of gifts you should never accept. Every item you bring into your house has a vibration and energy that can have an immediate effect on your happiness and tranquility. For a present, are you truly willing to jeopardize your inner peace? Just as our energies are refreshed and we find equilibrium in this environment, we are instructed in Buddhism to be discriminating about what we allow into our sacred place. Is this gift truly required? Or perhaps it's the origin of undiscovered issues. Detachment is a must, as is having the guts to refuse something that doesn't align with your energy. Don't feel pressured to accept presents from people you don't trust or that are given to you in bad faith. Keep in mind that your room should be a peaceful haven where everything in it adds to your tranquility. Accepting something that does not match your frequency puts you at risk of attracting negative energy into your life and contaminating your surroundings. When you can just say no and keep your peace, why take that chance? Having things in your house that don't serve a useful purpose is equivalent to opening your doors to desperate forces. Every item in your house should represent the harmony and serenity you hope to foster. Your house should be a haven. It's time to act. If you have previously accepted something that you now know is draining your vitality, to get back in balance, purify, or, if needed, delete these items from your life. Every selection you make regarding what to leave in your room is a decision between peace and disorder. Never undervalue the influence of a tidy and energizing surroundings. Lastly, always remember that you own the power. You are the only one who can determine what belongs in your life and house. Reaffirming something when it doesn't seem right is a self-care and spiritual safety measure. It is your responsibility and right to protect your holy space and your energy. Thus, begin choosing carefully who and what enters your home right now if you want to preserve your peace of mind. It is imperative that you move forward now that you are aware of how important it is to safeguard your energy. Put your peace first above all else. It involves more than just turning down unfavorable offers and items. It also involves making decisions that consistently support and enhance your sense of well-being. Have you ever considered the value of your peace of mind? Frequently, we use societal norms or the need to please others to direct us, but the reality is that nothing is more crucial than personal well-being. From now on, see every choice you make as a chance to maintain a healthy balance between your heart and mind. When something doesn't fit with your vibe, there's nothing wrong with saying no. This is intelligence, not self-interest. It is a sign of self-awareness and self-care to keep your peace. When you wake up each day knowing that everything around you has been chosen to promote your tranquility, just think of the difference it could make in your life. Making choices that put your peace first not only enhances your own quality of life, but also makes you a calm influence on others around you. And what's finest about it all, due to the fact that you are in alignment with what is best for you, you will begin to attract more positive things. Never forget that every decision counts. Your life's course and your emotions can be greatly influenced by seemingly insignificant choices. Thus, ask yourself, what can I do to take care of my inner peace today? It could be as easy as telling someone no when something concerns you, or it could be as basic as setting aside time to take care of yourself and avoid outside influences. Do it for yourself, whatever it may be. A good and fulfilling existence is built on your tranquility, which only you are able to safeguard. Finally, Tell people about your journey. In the comment section, let us know how you're keeping your peace and what good things this has brought into your life. We can start a movement of caring and well-being if someone is motivated to follow in your footsteps by your experience. Ultimately, when we are at peace, we are better equipped to handle any problem with courage and clarity. Why not get started now? Having gained knowledge about energy protection and preserving harmony in your life, keep in mind that these activities are vital to your overall health and spiritual development. A potent act of self-discovery is making decisions about what goes into your life and house. You become the principal defender of your inner calm by choosing wisely and setting up your surroundings to support the energy you want to create. Never undervalue the significance of these choices for your day-to-day existence and spiritual development. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons on the video if it was helpful to you. This aids in getting the word out to other individuals who, like you, want to live a more tranquil and balanced life. Turn on alerts as well to ensure you don't miss any of the new material, which will undoubtedly keep enhancing and advancing your development. We really appreciate your participation in this self-care and self-discovery trip, as well as your viewing. I'll see you in the upcoming video.